missed the Senior Bowl injury. What's the status now?
Yeah, it's I'm back to 100% now. I've been training out in California, Santa Ana, so I've just been getting rehab out there. Just taking it week by week.
Your team's curious of how that's come along?
Yeah,
they giving you extra tests?
It's come up like a few times. Nothing really in medicals. I haven't really had too many. Had an X-ray or two on it, but like nothing like too.
What was the official? Is that high ankle?
It was medial.
Oh, in knee?
Yeah.
With the training and everything, did you try to put on more weight as you were doing that? Or?
No, I'm not really too concerned about putting on weight right now. My thing is I usually try to put on weight like during the summer. So I'm around 300 right now. I'm cool with that weight.
Comfortable with that?
Yes.
What'd you play at? Was it
315.
315?
Yeah, 310, 315.
Did they want you to get lower, or was that just something you wanted to do?
That was something I didn't want to do. Still comfortable playing. I was like, I'll do 3 or 5.
There's no why he said you have a six-pack. He said, tell him to show it to you.
No comment on that one.
Not too many offensive linemen have six-packs. I mean, obviously training is a big part of your game. What got you into being such a strict trainer, working your body like that?
I really started lifting in high school. Didn't really start until then. And, our head coach at the time, Dorian, he always just pushed us to go harder in the weight room. So I was always getting extra reps on whatever it was, whether it was pull-ups, doing extra core work, just love working out.
Who was your high school coach, did you say?
Yeah, Aaron Krebs.
Okay. Do you think about those days at all?
High school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually seems like it wasn't too long ago at all. I mean, it was over probably about 5 to 6 years right now since I played high school football. And I mean, I miss it. I miss those guys I played with. Just miss all the coaches and just everybody along the way.
What was the highlight? What was the highlight moment?
Highlight of my high school career? Highlight of my high school career, we didn't actually win any playoff games or didn't really win any big games, but for me, I'd probably say the first start that I actually made, which was I didn't start my freshman year of high school. I didn't play at all. First game I started was Hopewell, my sophomore year. I played Russian show and had a pretty good game then.
What position?
I played tackle and defensive end as well.
How many yards did Russia get?
I mean,
you guys won that game, right?
Nah, we lost by 7.
Okay.
Is he still the leading rusher in PA?
He was in here today.
He probably had 350 or something. I'm not sure.
The move from tackle to guard. A lot of guys would have said, "No, I want to play tackle. That's where I played at. That's where I should be at." But you made the move to guard. How did that process go for you?
Yeah, so I mean, my freshman year I came in and didn't play until the second game, and didn't really see that many reps. My red shirt was burned at that point, and I wanted to get on the field, wanted to play, wanted to contribute in any way possible. So Coach Huber, who was our O-line coach at the time, Coach Chris, Coach Rudolph, they all thought that I could help the team, and they thought the best way that I could help the team was playing guard. So they moved me to guard the next season as well, because we had 2 great tackles, Adam and Bisnawati and Clemens, KJ Clemens. So they thought the best way for me to contribute early on was getting on the field at guard. And just ever since then, playing.
Are you comfortable? You love playing guard. What about have you done any center work at all? Or?
I've never taken any live reps, but I have done center quarterback exchange, taking some stats on it.
With that number, you should be playing center.
That's actually why I have number 53. That's actually why I got it.
If you talked to him?
Actually in high school I did.
You talked to Marquise in high school?
Dorian,
Were you recruited at Pitt by Joe Rudolph?
I was.
What was that, having a Bell Vernon offensive lineman, probably one of the best of all time, recruit you to come to Pitt? Was that a big decision? Why?
Yeah, he was there every week, twice a week sometimes. Him and Coach Chris would come out, and I mean, he knew a lot of people in the building, so I mean, they'd come down and we just talk for hours. It was great. I felt comfortable with him. That was one of the big reasons why I committed to Pitt as well, just the comfortability that I had with the whole staff and later with the players.
Best offensive lineman out of Bell Vernon, you or him?
Yep.
So he would take you down to the South Side facility
I'd go with my coach.
and take you over to the Steelers side, and is that how you saw Marquise?
No, I just talked to him on like on Twitter, like through a
Oh, okay.
little what do you want to say, like on one of my posts.
Okay. So he was encouraging to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dorian, what's the interview process been like for you, talking to a bunch of different teams this week?
Yeah, it's nice. Like, I mean, a lot of guys, like, I think a lot of guys are like stressed out about it. I mean, there's nothing to really be stressed about. You just have to be yourself. Just go in and talk to these guys. And I think it's an honor personally that like so many people want to talk to us. So, I mean, I'm just like looking forward to them all. I have 9 of them tonight. I'm just embracing it and just taking everything in.
Is that something you can kind of point to as something where you developed in your time at Pitt? I remember when you were a younger player, a little bit more introverted, and that's something you become a lot more comfortable with.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really do too many like actual like interviews like this. Whenever I was in high school, I did a lot of things like over Twitter, like Facebook, like all recruiting sites. But you know, I've gotten used to it over the years. Actually, I'm more comfortable talking in front of people. It doesn't really bother me.
What about the Steelers? Are you getting any kind of interest from them at all?
I haven't really heard anything from the Steelers.
You know, they're pretty stacked at offensive line already.
No, they have some great linemen.
Were you a Steeler fan growing up?
Always.
Yeah. And your favorite?
Have to be.
Who's always been your favorite?
So my favorite lineman is actually Marquise Pouncey. Like I was saying, that's why I got number 53.
Yeah. What is it you like about his game?
I like just like the way he plays, athletic. I think he's great with his hands. Just pad level's great, finishes. I can say the same exact thing about David Castro. He's actually one of my favorite players as well, being that he's a guard.
Now, this isn't a great crop of offensive linemen, but you could. I think you're a high pick anyway, but in a year where it's not real strong, you might even go higher. Is that the understanding you have?
I really don't try to like pay attention to any of that. You know, I know a lot of guys will like check like the draft boards or you know, like ask their agents. I feel like nobody really knows at this point. So I mean, anything that's like out at this point, I feel like it's just talk. So I mean, like whenever draft day comes and you know I get drafted, I mean, I'm gonna be happy with wherever I go. So I'm not really looking into that right now.
Are you expecting big numbers, good numbers tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm thinking I'm gonna do well tomorrow.
Did you bench already? You benched?
I did.
How many?
21, which I'm on a bench again in pro day.
Well,
Did you have extra testing done here? Did you running behind or something?
Yeah, I did an ultrasound, just and like for the ankle list, I want to make sure everything is MRI as well.
That kind of sucked in this senior bowl. I mean, you only get to do that once.
Yeah, I like to compete, so I mean that was kind of tough. Not being able to go down there, just like showcase my abilities and everything. But at the end of the day, like I think it was a smart decision. Didn't really want to mess it up anymore. Not be able to compete here.
so you said it was the knee, not the ankle.
No, it's
The ankle.
Do you have a plan for draft day? You know, where you're going to be and that kind of thing. Have you thought about that?
yeah, I'm not sure. Been talking about it with my mom. Not really sure at this point what we're going to end up doing, but I mean, I'm sure we'll have a conversation in the next week or so.
I got a suggestion. Foster House.
Bell Vernon?
I'm a North Bell Vernon. I'm a North Bell Vernon guy.
I keep trying to tell him you're more of a Sweeney's guy.
Yeah,
No,
I've never been to Sweeney's before.
Oh, so you're not.
I'm telling you, just order a bunch of Jake's pizzas and you're good.
I live right off of Broad.
You live on Bluff Street, right?
Yeah,
My
Bluff.
dad lived a couple streets down, a couple of houses down.
So I mean, I've been to Foster House a few times. Got there.
So Foster House or Jake's, which one? Knowing how you work
Jake's
out, probably
Pizza.
neither.
Jake's Pizza, I mean. But as far as like sandwiches, I think like Foster House.
When was the last time you ate one of those?
A pizza? Or Jake's probably like 2 years ago.
You ever go to the bakery?
Which one? Valdeseries? I used to go there all the time in elementary school because I used to walk up there. But
I used to work there when I was a kid. So.
Do you have a good James Conner story?
James Conner. So what kind of story do you want?
Well, if you don't have one, it's okay.
I don't really have any.
You know, Adam was telling us about how inspired he was
Yeah.
from watching him get a chemo and then
Yeah,
come
for
to
sure. I
practice.
mean, you guys saw like he's working out with the face mask on, right? I mean, that's I don't know how many big guys can push through things that he's pushed through, and then like be at the point he's at like today. I don't know if you guys like saw him at weigh-ins, like 233, just cut up, like it's impressive. aggressive than me.
Well, you're 297 cut up, right?
300.
All right, guys. You good?